what happens if you take your pre-licensing test and you don't pass? What happens then? It's a real possibility. I've taken those types of tests 3 times in 3 different states. The first time I took it, nailed it like a boss. The second time, for Oregon, I did not nail it like a boss. It took me, I think it was 3 times to pass it. And that's a little defeating. That did not feel good. But the advice I give you is once you know you don't pass, you schedule it as soon as possible because all that information is in your brain and you want to get it back out as soon as possible. So don't be one of those people that wallows in your misery. Schedule the test again. Go take it again. No one knows that you did not pass your real estate exam on the first try unless you tell people. So maybe don't. No one today asked me, hey Liz, you know that test you took to be a realtor, did you pass it on the first time? No one is using their judging eyes with you because they don't know and they don't care. So I want you to get back on the wagon and retake that test. And here's how you can prepare a little better the next time. Right when you find out that you fail, go to your car, get out a notebook, a piece of paper, a receipt. I don't care what it is. Maybe the notes in your phone. And I want you to write down in that section everything that you can remember on that test. Whether or not you think you remembered it or not, I want you to just brain dump it into something. So then when you go back to review your notes, you can review what was actually on the test. So then your brain can relearn it correctly versus maybe incorrectly. And typically they don't tell you which questions you got right or wrong. Every state is a little bit different, but typically they just give you a printout and say pass or fail, or they tell you how many you got right versus how many you got wrong, but they don't tell you the specifics. So it's kind of hard to study again because you don't know what you didn't get. Well, you're going to have to study it all again. But if you do that brain dump right when you get in the car, it helps you to get it out of your brain so you don't have to think about it anymore. And then it gives you a chance to rebrush up on the things that actually were on the test. Now, the good thing about maybe not passing the first time is that you have experience now. It's not so scary, right? You know where you need to go. You know what it felt like. You know what it looked like. You know what it smelled like. You know what it felt like to sit at the desk. So the next time that you go, you have a little more confidence, and that's really important. The next time you go, you will be better prepared, and then you'll pass. What happens if you don't pass twice? Well, you take it again and again until you pass. But I want you to, each time you don't pass, keep reviewing. If you didn't review correctly because you keep not passing, you need to change something. In that, are you just studying by reading it off a screen? If that's the case, maybe see if you can get the actual textbook and read it off a page instead of a screen. If that doesn't work, start writing things down and highlighting things. Most people are studying from the screen, and some people's brains can't make the connection. I know that I can't learn from a screen. I can learn the basics from a screen, but I also need to add on a few other layers. I need to have a textbook so I could read it. I need to highlight things, and then I also need to take notes and make note cards and practice with note cards. I also need to stand up and walk around, maybe move my body, maybe put it in my body, so then it's in me instead of just a visual thing. It has to be an audible thing. I need to say it out loud. I need to action with my body, and then I can also read it. So maybe the way that you're studying, you're not touching on all those different ways that you might actually learn that maybe you just don't know yet. So I would say mix it up. You will pass if you want to, and if you want to put in the work. Good luck.